Almost 4% of Manitoba's landmass burned this spring and summer, the most severe wildfire season in Manitoba in recent memory. 2 people died and nearly 30,000 were displaced. Now, the province is trying to find out what it could do better.
We'll start operations.
In November's throne speech, the NDP government promised an external review of wildfire operations, employing the expertise of firefighters who battled the blaze in Jasper. This comes 2 years after the incoming government canceled an external wildfire review that wildfire officials called urgent. When CBC News asked about that cancellation, wildfire officials said they conducted an internal review instead.
We know our situation well, and we're really well positioned to be able to do an assessment and implement any recommendations that would come out of that.
Documents obtained by CBC News show the Wildfire Service's internal review didn't result in any written recommendations about ways to improve. In an email written today, CBC News asked about the cancellation of the external review. The official in charge warned staffing shortages affected the review. On June 18th, Kristen Hayward warned other provincial officials due to some limitations in staff capacity, we have not been producing formal written reports that detail the outcome of these reviews. They are more like meeting notes and verbal discussion. Documents also show an internal assessment was not used for any specific assessment that was done or created, but instead was language used to describe ongoing culture and continuous improvement done by the division. In an interview in December, Hayward said there was no need for a formal report.
We don't like to focus on writing up lengthy written reports just because our response really needs to be agile.
Documents obtained by CBC News also show the former PC government set aside $100,000 for the review and even selected a consultant. But nothing happened with this project after the NDP took power.
I'm just shocked that they wouldn't have carried through on a review.
Greg Nesbitt was the cabinet minister responsible for the Wildlife Service in the former PC government. In 2023, he approved the $100,000 contract for the external review because, he said, provincial staff couldn't do it alone.
It was too big a job to determine all the deficiencies that existed, and we needed people to go out there and talk to people in the field.
Nesbitt said he visited northern Manitoba communities and witnessed the lack of training, equipment, and the ability to quickly attack fires.
And that was very, very concerning because you know, Bartley, how remote those First Nations are, and getting crews in there quickly was tough.
Spokespeople for Wabkinu's cabinet said the decision to cancel the external review came from the department. There is no record of this in the documents obtained by CBC News. CBC News asked to speak to Jamie Moses, who was the minister responsible for wildfires in 2023, and the current minister, Ian Bushy. The NDP government declined our interview requests. In a statement, a spokesperson for Bushy said the external review now underway will be broader in scope than any wildfire season review done previously. Bartley Kivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.